Wonderful day. I am Brian Lucchese, and I am the Wellness Hero. Today's video is about self-discovery. And I'm going to share a few examples about some self-discovery I've had in my own experience of life and, this crazy world that we live in. And more importantly, I'm going to kind of share my example of what I've kind of self-discovered and how that's really transcended and led me, on this new path. And realistically, any time in our individual lives we change the way we think. Maybe we believed, one time, the earth was flat. And then all of a sudden we discovered that the earth was round, we being humans on earth. Ironically enough, that change in thought basically changed the world. We are no longer the same people when we believe the earth was flat versus now that we believe the earth is round. These are completely different paradigms. These are completely, new thoughts, and really the world changes around it. Just as much as, positive versus negative, if you could see positive spins in situations and you have that idea where you've wired your brain, the way you think, to look at the more positive aspect of a situation, then realistically the world around you changes. Your understanding of it, your interaction with it, what you're kind of creating. But the self-discovery has to deal with, I really in the last, year I've been so grateful for all the support and love. I've been a lot more aware of where I've, come from and reflecting on things in the past. And then also understanding that I find much more joy being here in the now, being here in the moment, and paying attention to all the small details. And not only how am I treating my body, but how am I treating my mind? How am I treating others around me? And how am I interacting with the world? How is that experience going? Am I happy? And through, all this, practice and applying, the now and present moment and all this stuff and awareness, more meditation, it is this inward journey has allowed me to realize that I've released a lot of things from the past. I've forgiven a lot of people. I've, tried to put out a positive vibe where I was, negative, or I felt like, I didn't contribute in the best way I could. Apologies, re-apologizing, and more importantly, put out the intention now that it's no longer going to be that way because of a new attitude, a new, the world becomes differently. While the self-discovery simply had to deal with, I didn't spend much time talking about the past anymore, and I realized I get in some of these social situations with friends, with acquaintances, as well as people that are in my network in terms of fitness and wellness. But people would ask what I'd done before and, where I've lived. And I realized that the more and more I share this, a long time ago, I used to have all these great statistics. I've been in every time zone on the planet Earth. I used to think that was a powerful statement. And I think I always felt like I was always trying to impress someone. And, I've lived in 49 of the 50 states. I have an associate's, a bachelor's, and a master's degree where, some of that was very, very free. I won a lot of scholarships and all stuff. I did all this stuff in my adult life. I've lived in 7 different states. And I think I'm on my 9th career. I've traveled to 21 different countries. I've been all over the place. I've been around the world, seen a lot of faces. And what I've discovered in the self-discovery is that all those things I did way back then no longer serve me. They're not part of who I am right now. My attitude towards life, is significantly different. And not saying I had a bad attitude then, I just have a different attitude now. And, went from positive to positive, but more, more awareness, more self-discovery. It's just like asking someone. I used to ask my students, my freshmen, 9th graders. I said, are you smarter right now in 9th grade than you were as an 8th grader? And of course we all know the answer. It's a rhetorical question. But the simple emphasis is who you are now, your attitude now, is what creates what you do, who you are, and what really happens. And I found that if I spend time talking about the past, that I find it harmful personally to me. That's my self-discovery. So this video simply summarizes to the point of the past in my world has become a burden in my present moment. It has really taken away from who I am now. I'm not saying I don't remember good things and, celebrations. I'm simply saying that when people ask me these questions, I no longer answer them like I used to. I actually kind of, direct the conversation in a new direction of what's happening now. What am I doing now? How am I contributing to society now? How happy am I now? Thank you for watching this video. I am Brian Lucchese. I am the wellness hero. The light in you is the exact same light in me, just like the light in E.T. Think about that for a second. Look at something in your life. Try a self-discovery. See where you feel the happiest and go to that place. Blessings on your day. Namaste.